Hey there, Lysandra Everett here, the Millionaire Mill Spouse. Let me turn off my heater. My legs were cold and now I'm about to burn up. Um, but hey there, I wanted to shoot this video today. I was actually on my weekly team hangout and, it suddenly occurred to me, to really talk about dreams, right? Because I grew up in an environment where mediocrity was okay. And just to share a little bit of, I guess, about my upbringing. My parents were never married. I'm okay with that. My mama was a rebel. So, I really had two different environments to grow up in. My mom's environment, my dad's environment. And so, you just kind of marry those two together at some point to make this melting pot. But one of the things that happened to me is, when I was small, I said I wanted to be a lawyer. And, but I was told that, I wouldn't make a good lawyer. Like, I had too much mouth. I mean, little did I know. I mean, I was a little girl. I had no idea that having a lot of mouth would have been an asset to be a lawyer. But what happened is, even as innocent as that may have been, I think we tend to snuff out the dreams of our children. And, nobody's a bigger dreamer than a kid. And sometimes I wish, if I listen to my son, he talks about, all these things that comes up with in his mind, and he, talks about all of these mystical things. He loves Greek mythology. He'll be 10 on the 12th of April, and he loves Greek mythology and coming up with all of these, really creative, just weird type of stuff. But I try to listen and encourage that because I don't want him to stop dreaming. And I wonder if, as adults, because we had these big dreams when we were kids, and so many people told us that, no, you can't do that, no, you can't do that, that we forgot how to dream, that we don't know what it's like to have a vision. And so what I wanted to do today with this video is really talk about how to practice dreaming, how to help form a vision in your mind of what you want. And so the first step, of course, really is to be technical. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and just start writing. If you could dream up your ideal life, what would it look like? What kind of house would you live in? Where would you live? What kind of car would you drive? What kind of clothes would you wear? How would you act? How would you feel? Just all those things, just start writing. And, and just don't think about what you're writing. Just write. Just let it flow. What would that ideal life look like for you? And once you've written that down, you need to focus on that. You need to try to get a mental picture of what that looks like. I don't care if you have to drive around a particular neighborhood. I wish I could find my phone right now because I took this picture about a year ago of a home that I said, that is what I would want my home to look like. Because when you start to get that mental picture, then that's when you can really start to dream and have a vision. Maybe your dream is to step on a stage, to be on stage, to be speaking in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Maybe that's your dream. Well, in order to make that happen, you need to be able to see that in your head. If you can't see it in your head, it's never going to be real to you. See, I think that's the difference between us and children. Children see things in their head that we can never even imagine. And as adults, because that's been snuffed out of us, that we don't readily see that anymore. So we have to really put forth the effort to practice. And this is something that I've really been doing consciously for about the past 6 months. And my friend and mentor, Nicole Cooper, she said, you got to have a vision and you got to have a dream. And, I'm like, do I even know how to dream anymore? Do I know how to do that? So I really had to put forth some serious effort to get a mental picture of what I wanted to look like. And it gets easier and easier. So what you need to do is, once you've written down what your ideal life would look like, you need to focus on that for about 15 minutes every day. Just sit there and close your eyes and try to picture what it is that you said that you want. Whether it's to live in a specific neighborhood, whether it's to drive a type of car, whether it's to increase your giving or anything like that. Like for me, my biggest dream is that I want to have the type of financial abundance so that when people want to do something, and don't have the money, that I can just write a check. Right? That's what I like to do. I think that's the best thing, because see, I don't necessarily have time, but I want to have money. And there's somebody that's meant to go and do wonderful things that has all the time and no money. So for me, one of the things that my husband and I did is, we sponsored a missionary to go to Nicaragua. No, we couldn't go to Nicaragua. We've got small kids and we couldn't go. But here's this person that's single, has no money. We're like, okay, here's a check. Have a great time. Take pictures and tell us all about it. And if you could have seen the look of joy on their faces for us to be able to do that. Even at Christmas time, we adopted a family, and it was somebody we didn't even know. I just happened to see these girls walking to school every day, right? And I started asking around about them, because there were 3 sisters, most beautiful girls that you could ever see. And there was one really tiny one. She was a pint-sized little 3rd grader, sweet girl. But I started asking around, could they use a blessing? And they were like, yeah. And so we were able to bless them for Christmas. See, that's the type of abundance I want. I want, even for my church, I don't care if it's a doorknob that needs to be fixed. I want to be able to be the one to write the check and say, here you go. Okay. So I start picturing those types of things in my mind. I start, just seeing myself being able to bless someone financially who might not be able to do for themselves, because really it takes money to live. Let's be real, people. It takes money. And I want to be able to just do that. I like being able to write a check, sign my name, and keep it rocking. But my point is that you have to be able to see those things in your mind. And once you start practicing seeing that in your mind, it will get easier and you will start to dream again. So, if you say, I don't know what my dream is, and I want you to ask yourself, do I know how to dream? If you don't know how to dream, you need to write down what it is that what you want, what it is that you see as being your ideal life. And really, as time changes, that what you write down may change. But this is just the start of the process. Write down what it is that your ideal life would look like. Then I want you to focus and meditate on that. And then I want you to try to picture that in your mind every single day. Every single day until it becomes almost commonplace. And again, this might take some effort in the beginning, but as you go on, it gets easier. I promise you that. So if you don't know how to dream, that's the way to get started. This is Lysandra Ever the Millionaire Mill Spouse signing off, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.